Hey, welcome back to Disco Elysium. We've got this church to check out. Let's figure out what's going on inside of here. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular, sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock carelessly drilled into the wood. Inspect the carpentry. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downward, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. Run your hand over a beam. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine wood fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago. Take a closer look at the padlock. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting somehow. Look at the sticker. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. So like a face with the eyes crossed out. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before. What makes it so modern? It's the contrast between the cheery chemical yellow and the rigor mortis, as if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here. These forces of future have chosen to depict something that reminds you of you. Hey Kim, have you seen this symbol before? He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies, "No." What does it look like to you? Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. Well, what is suggestive of junior delinquency about it? I haven't seen that sticker before, and I am not a youth. I agree, it's very modern. But does the cheery guy not know he's dead? Or does the dead guy not care that he is? What's the source of the irony here? That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set. All right, let's try to peel it off without ripping it. Success. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. I could put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs. Put the sticker on your ledger right on the cover, or shake it off your thumb and throw it in the wind. Put it on the ledger. Secret tasks, style your paperwork. All right, voila, looks very modern. You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby! All right, open the padlock with the key. It turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Indeed we did. Let's go. The lieutenant nods at you. Pull on the doors. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city. All right, let's find out about all the creepiness around here, shall we? And that was a heck of a pan. All right, what do we got? A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. I will do that. I want to check something. Okay. I think, well, I'm not working on any thoughts right now. I think I might want to be. We're going to walk, not run. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. You know what? I think I want my flashlight here. I'm not seeing things as well as I would like. So yeah, that is kind of a grotesque looking figure. Can't really go any further that way. Here's another one. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to carve like statues. There's a name for that, which I don't remember. Pillars that are also statues, but kind of statues into the pillars. Saw a rat running over there. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Park beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Yeah, it's like a bug or something. The blackboard is filled with complex equations that look recent. That's interesting. Something to do with radio frequencies? I mean, possibly. I want to just check my... What am I getting minuses? Minus to drama and to authority. I think the minus to drama is okay. Well, I don't know. I'm trading it from a plus to visual calculus. Let me just check what my other things are. I get extra logic and lose some authority. I think I want that. I like the visual calculus, but I think drama in here would be really, really good too. Oh, there's a big crack in the window I'll have to check out. Let's check out. I'm gonna come up to the front. I'm gonna kind of sneak up on it. So we got here. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Could these wires work as contact microphones? I had two thoughts, and then they both... Oh, there we go again. The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. Wait, I think I still hear something. And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems that sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. Sounds like the Pale. How do I know what the Pale sounds like? From recordings of the Far Pale. You've heard them, we all have. You can hardly hear your own breathing. Yell as loud as you can. Your voice is barely audible, not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. Stomp your feet and clap your hand. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total somehow. Kim, what's happening? The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head, then he leans closer. Can you hear anything? Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics. His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed in this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises. So I think I'm going to go with whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us. The lieutenant doesn't reply. You can sense him tense up next to you. Look up into the bell tower. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. So try to see beyond the shadows, or what if I don't want to know what's up there? No, we're going to try. Beautiful. Success. What do we see? It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way towards you through all the other shadows. On the ceiling? Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away. We'll follow the shadow's movements. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends. Officer, is there something up there? The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you are seeing. Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go? Blink. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Oh, it's right there. Maybe it's possible to talk to it? I guess we'll find out. Should I? The shadow is a man, but a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. Oh my gosh, things just went insane. The crab man. Say nothing, be quiet for now. The man leans forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
I bet your alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You've come to the right place.
Well, thank you. That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol. The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of the bottle.
That sounds good.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I think we do, Kim. What he really thinks is I'm put off by this religious stuff, and maybe the ceiling climbing too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem, and it's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Estás crudo, eh? I see deep inside you. Your body and spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc el vino is wreaking on your mind and your spirit. Necesitas parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
You're right, Kim. If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention. Fuck you, crab man. You tell us what to do. Tell him. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of church. We are so doing this thought, by the way.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in. The Mother of Silence. That is interesting. You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? 'Tis not an act, my liege. Saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. The ones in the tent outside, right? I seen them. Think they're scared of me. Wait, do they have reason to be scared? Nah, man. They look pretty funny. I don't harm no one anymore anyway. So what do you think? About the nightclub, that is. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company. He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think. More attached to the human? So you must be the crab man. Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. To be fair, it's really more like a spider. He considers this for a moment. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering among the rafters and beams. He pauses. It may be that I gotta work on my technique. That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at all those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there? Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures? Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. They seem a tad derivative. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reaction depiction of female bodies. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half-finished, or you've got some of Cursor. I'm going to go with the half-finished. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half-finished. It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it. What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver? I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. He looks at you as if he wants to pat you on the back. No, man, you gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture. Do you remember your name, sir? Tiago is my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place among your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. Or I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is. Tiago smiles enigmatically. That's not quite right, but you're getting somewhere. Any one of us could have been anything else. We are all one who sing the mother's glory. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you. Other spooker? Oh, essa viata muy estrado. He laughs. Don't know, Holmes. Vaita is grandma? Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a Vaita? No, I just call her Vaita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. He scratched his head. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear. Wait, what if it's Ruby? The lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. He takes out his little notebook. Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something? You mean like a fugitive? He glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light. Then he shakes his head. No, man, quite the opposite. I don't think she cares much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines. I see. The lieutenant seems contented with that answer. And where is she now? I told you, Holmes. I don't know. How can you not know that when you both live here? Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just hear her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she? I'm afraid not, Issei. You just have to wait until she comes back, or... He shrugs. Or search through her radio computer. So what are you doing here? This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. He nods towards the ceiling. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circle it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. Apologies for my accent drifting. Or my poor copy of an accent drifting. Who is this mother of silence you're talking about? Oh, that's no simple question, Issei. She is one who can't be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will. What will happen once you drink from this perforation? I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally at one with the state of the world before reality began. That sounds a bit like substitution behavior. No? You know a thing or few about that. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. Can you sing for me? Sing for me something? I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother. Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint owing to its peasant origins. You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another? It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service. Too gleeful, those words, he's lying. Not to you, to his very own self. Faith is a kind of drug. He shakes his head. I've heard that before, Way, and I know I can convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from a silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night? There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system. I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it. He looks at you gravely. She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. The love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. I was being insensitive. Sorry. Let's move on. No worries, man. I know this shit takes time. How did you even find this place, this church? Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me. Right, I had other questions. You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned? Police raid a while back, he responds, his voice suddenly flat. Did you witness it? No, really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything. It looks like he truly doesn't remember. There's a vagueness to his sense of time. Okay then, thanks. Alright, what else is going around this crazy, crazy place? Something hanging there. A scarf? Interesting. A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers in the glass, obscuring the view. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. Alright, you know what? We are spinning that right now because Wasteland of Reality, definitely I have to get it. It says it's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? Alright. It's going to be 20 hours, so it'll take some time. But it's important to me. Alright, what else we got going on? Another one of those sculpture things? A spider has spun its web around this wood carved pillar. More shoes? I love the way I go shopping for stuff. Yep. Oh, more empathy. That's cool from the Musk Banger. $1.50 that he doesn't seem to want anymore. All right, what's going on over here? We've got a portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Well, it is a tape recorder. That's what they do. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. Another radio computer, says the lieutenant, stepping closer, and this time it's already turned on. He seems cautious around the machine. These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks, alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful. We should probably let it be. It's becoming clear there's no trace of the suspect anywhere inside the church. Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model. He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything. The one you saw earlier was the REM Civic. This is the REM Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a REM-compatible interim printer. The REM Prefect is a governmental version of the commonly used REM Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the REM Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits. Wait, let me investigate it. Step behind the computer. You see virescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Look inside the compartment. Behind the hatch is a cube-like crisscross of filaments smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says in a black marker, log, Feb Mar. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old. Good afternoon. Fortress accident on St. Brune. This is the East Enceladian Repeater, Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log Feb Mar. Good. Please repeat the password. Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something. Lieutenant nods towards Tiago. I don't know the password. Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? What are you, a machine or are you alive? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat, is the personnel log? Lieutenant whispers in your ear. She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am? I work as a repeater at the East Insulidian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, some static. Then, I am sitting in my cubicle surrounded by a wall of radios. On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely sitting there all by herself? So I'll ask her. Doesn't it get lonely doing this job? Lonely? For the first time I hear her chuckle through the rustle of static. Why would it get lonely? I get to talk all day to people like you over a warm cup of tea. That's why she does this. Now please tell me why you're calling, Fortress Accident. Thanks, but I've finished with this call. Press off silent. Goodbye, Fortress Accident, she says, as her voice disappears into a whirl of static. All right, so let's see. What else is going on in here? I don't see anything else, really, unless I'm missing something. Let's try talking to this dude.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I'm in the mother's love.
So coffee is the mother's love. Anyway, have you, by any chance, heard the Valletta say the password to her radio computer? Too many times, I say. You need it for something. Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety. I mean, I could try the drama. I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends. I said, yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez. Don't sweat it, Veto. The password is afterlife death. That is true, but what comes after death? What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity la nihilistic penqua when... pequeña when I hear it. Okay then, thanks. I think we're done here. The figure crawls off into the darkness above. I guess we must be. That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here. No, we probably won't, but it doesn't make me any less curious. Let's play again. Comes to life. Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log. Good. Please repeat the password. Afterlife death. Good. I've unlocked a filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thanks, but I'm finished with this call. Goodbye, Fortress Accident, she says as her voice disappears into a whirl of static. The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing virescent play and print buttons. So print. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. Read the printout. First entry made in the 4th February 51 by an unknown author is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used a crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath. 4th of February? It's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Read the second entry. 6th Feb 51, had a little chat with a local fisherman. Said I shouldn't go near that place. The church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. Third entry. 7th Feb 51, finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esker series, something advanced. Why would she need an antenna? Why would anyone need any of this equipment here? He steps in a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. For setting up her radio computer. Read the fourth entry. 8th Feb 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called SEMO for help. Heard the others are back to making art, drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislaw started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor, they can work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. Just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it all right. A data loss? Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. He adjusts his glasses. Let's just keep reading. Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people? I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be her former co-workers. I was kind of thinking that too, although, I didn't know why they needed musicians, I guess, but read the 5th entry. 12th Feb 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church, going to start working tomorrow at 8 a.m. The strike. He strokes his chin. We're nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading, I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place. 6th century. 25th Feb 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in the disappointment, but I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I have named it the Swallow. It swallows sounds. Need to get some mics. Is she talking about? The lieutenant looks to his right, towards the silence. Read the 7th entry. 28th Feb 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here. The pillar of silence, she is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk? But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you. The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them, no ripples. Read the 8th entry. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco band must be Acela. She must be describing Acela. The girl on the ice sounds like her, yes. Read the 9th entry. March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her. That's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance. I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine. I don't think it was bad. No, it was a great idea. You're learning things. This is just how you learn about machines. 10th entry. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable, noodles, crackers, Ping Ping energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum, also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. I think we're about to meet this person. Suna the programmer, a strange woman, makes straight for the radio computer. And that, I'm afraid, is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.